Today we find ourselves at the Tokyo Metropolitan Govenment Building, located in Nishi-Shinjuku. It's also known as the Tokyo Tocho, Tokyo Tocho, or more simply referred to as Tocho. Now, it's actually 3 buildings. There's the main building number 1, which rises to 48 floors and a total height of 243 meters. There's main building number 2, which rises to 37 floors. And then there's the Tokyo Metropolitan Assembly building, where the governors of Tokyo hold their meetings. The building of this complex was first proposed by Sonichi Suzuki, a former governor of Tokyo. Plans were finalised in 1985 and construction began in earnest in April 1988, with the building being completed in December 1990. Those dates almost directly correspond with Japanese bubble economy, and the tower is sometimes referred to as the Tower of Bubble, which is not surprising given its 157 billion yen price tag, which was equivalent to about $1 billion at the time, and all this was paid by the taxpayer. Now, it's the tallest city hall in the world, and when it was completed it was the tallest building in Tokyo until the completion of Midtown in 2007. But its distinctive twin tower design still dominates the skyline and is instantly recognisable. But it's probably more popular for overseas visitors for its observation decks. Located on the 45th floor in both of the towers, they open on alternative days, and they include a cafe, a gift shop, a bar, and great views of Tokyo and beyond. And the best thing is, they are free to enter. The building was designed by Kenzo Tange, a giant in the world of Japanese architecture, influenced by Le Corbusier, an influencer of the Metropolis movement and Dutch structuralism, and a brutalist, in the concrete sense of the word. He's famous for other buildings such as the Hiroshima Peace Park in Hiroshima, the Centro di Regionale in Napoli or Naples, the Kagawa Prefectural Government Hall, the Yoyogi National Gymnasiums and its annex, the Supreme Court building in Pakistan, and St. Mary's Cathedral in Tokyo. An interesting side fact is that this Tokyo Metropolitan Building actually replaced the former Tokyo Metropolitan City building that he had designed and had built in Yurakucho in 1957. The Tokyo International Forum now stands on that site, which he didn't design. So what of its architectural style? It obviously borrows something of the Gothic tradition, and has even been compared to Notre Dame in Paris, but on a much different scale. Kenzo Tange himself actually cited 2 influences for the facade. The first being the traditional wood and paper screen panelling found in traditional Japanese homes, and the second, it's actually meant to look like a computer chip with all the circuits and connections. Me personally, I think he was just a very big fan of Blade Runner. It's worth mentioning here that while Kenzo Tange was into structuralism, his chief structural engineer on this project was Kiyoshi Muto. Now, he's considered the father of the Japanese skyscraper. Remember, we are in an earthquake zone here, so building a tower requires balls of steel. He's known for being behind such buildings as the Kasumigaseki building, the World Trade Center building in Tokyo, the Keio Plaza Hotel, Shinjuku Mitsui building, Sunshine 60 in Ikebukuro, and the Grand Prince Hotel in Akasaka, as well as being highly influential in skyscraper design in earthquake zones. Even with such an esteemed chief engineer such as Kiyoshi Muto, that didn't stop the building suffering in the 2011 March 11 earthquake, and parts of the facade actually cracked. The building has also been beset with leakage problems. When it rains, water comes into the building, as well as rapidly dating electrical systems, and the cost of repairing these is somewhere estimated to be about half the cost of the original building. So what are my impressions of the Tokyo Metropolitan Building? Well, it's an impressive design, but there's just something too big about it. It just doesn't feel human. Do you have any thoughts or comments? Please leave them below. And thank you for watching.